Guys, it's me again. I was going to post on Sunday, but unfortunately I forgot about it being Father's Day. Shame on me. So first of all, I just want to apologize because today I am filming at home, and as you can see, I have a parrot that just thinks that he should have all of my attention. So he may interrupt me quite a bit because he gets mad when he don't have my attention, as you can see. So, like I said, I want to apologize for that because he can kind of get away. So, Kiwi, stop. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about a Twitch channel that my daughter and my husband are doing. It's mainly my daughter, but my husband gets involved just to kind of have something to do with her. They're really funny. You should go watch them and follow them on Twitch. They play Fortnite. Sometimes they play Minecraft, but it's really funny too as they're doing it. And I will post a screenshot of their name of their channel on Twitch. That way you guys can go check it out, follow them, and have a good time with them. So I will post that picture very shortly. Now, before we get into the story, I do want to give a disclaimer. So I am going to be going into graphic detail. There is a lot of graphic detail in this story. So adult supervision is advised, and if things bother you, I wouldn't watch it. So again, adult supervision is advised. There is a content warning of a lot of graphic detail. Now, today's story that we're going to talk about, I'm not going to do a review today since we did talk about my daughter's Twitch channel, but today's story is called The Icebox Murders, and it takes place in 1965 in the Montrose area. Well, it's Houston, Texas, the Montrose area, and it's about the Rogers family. There is Fred, Edwina, and Charles Rogers. And I couldn't find a whole lot of information on Fred and Edwina, but I found quite a bit of information on Charles, and we're going to go over that and just talk about kind of his life, because I feel like I want to kind of talk about the people that's involved in these stories, about where they came from, where they grew up at, what kind of life they had before these crimes and stories take place. See, I told you he's not going to leave me alone today. But we'll get right into our story. Okay, so Charles Rogers, he was the son of Fred and Edwina, and he was born December the 30th of 1921, and he disappeared in June of 1965. Yeah. Okay, now Rogers enrolled at the Texas A&M University. Yes, can I help you? In 1942. Later he dropped out, but then he joined the University of Houston, where he later got a bachelor degree in nuclear physics. During World War II, Rogers was actually a pilot in the United States Navy. He also served in the Office of Naval Intelligence. So he's a pretty smart guy. I mean, he served as a seismologist for an oil company, the Shell Oil Company, for 9 years. In 1957, he quit his job with no explanation, no reason why, or anything like that. Later, his friends would go on to say that he was highly intelligent, and he had a talent for finding gas, oil, gold for the companies that he worked for. He spoke 7 different languages and had an interest in ham radios at the time. Now, later, in the 1950s, he joined the Civil Air Patrol, where he met David Ferry. In 1965, Charles was unemployed and living with his parents, Fred and Edwina, and it is said that he would leave before dawn and get back home while everybody was in bed. Now, the only form of communication he had with his parents was they would leave notes for each other under each other's bedroom door. It was said that because he was gone all through the day and always home just at night when everybody's asleep. The neighbors didn't even realize that Charles was living with his parents. On June 23rd of 1965, Marvin Martin called the police station and said that he had not been able to talk to his uncle or aunt, Fred and Edwina, for several days, and wanted them to go into their house, go to their house and do a welfare check. Now, when the police got there, they knocked on the door, they hollered, they couldn't get any response. And since this is a welfare check, they had to get in there somehow. So they checked to see if the doors was open. They were locked. They checked the windows was locked. So they had no choice but to force their way into the home. Now, when they got into the home, they didn't see, can I help you? So they didn't see anything out of the ordinary. The house was really clean. There wasn't no mess. There wasn't nothing out of the ordinary. The only thing that they found that was strange at the time was that there was good food left out in the kitchen that had started spoiling. And they couldn't understand why that this food was left out to just spoil. So they opened the refrigerator. And that officer that opened the refrigerator, his name was C.A. Bullock. So he opens the refrigerator, and on the shelves, he notices this meat. And it's just slices of meat, and it's stacked on top of each other, not wrapped or nothing like that. So C.A. Bullock, he thought that was strange, and then he just happens to look down into, the bottom drawers in the refrigerator that holds like veggies and stuff like that. Well, there, inside those drawers, was the heads of Fred and Edwina. They had only checked the downstairs at this time, and since that, Charles, they thought they were going to find a third victim. They thought they were going to find Charles too. So they went upstairs to Charles' room, and in Charles's room, he's nowhere to be found. He's nowhere in the house. They can't find him, but in his room, they find a keyhole saw that looked like it had tried to be clean, but it had some blood left on it. So he's nowhere to be found at all. He's missing, but they feel like that they found the murder weapon. Later, the police department did find the couple's organs in the sewage system. So what had happened was whoever done this had cut them up and flushed them down the toilet. And the only way that they found these is because the sewage system started getting stopped up and they started having problems. And when they investigated to see what the problems was, that's when they found the organs. Now, there's still a lot of, stuff missing, the bones and different things like that. So they never did fully find all of these people's body parts. The examiners and police and everything decided that this took place on June 20th. Now, that was Father's Day. And they determined that the cause of death for Fred, that he was killed by blunt force hits to the head with a claw hammer. Now, Edwina, she had been beaten and shot in the head execution style with a gun. Another thing that they found weird about Fred is that his eyes had been actually gouged out of his head. Now, they believed that this happened in the bathroom, in the bathtub, that they dismembered the bodies in the bathtub of the house. And it was by somebody that knew something about anatomy, that had a knowledge of human anatomy. And they didn't find hardly any blood in the house or anything, except for just a little bit, and it led to Charles's room. So they sent out a search party and added a warrant for Charles as a key witness in the case. Now they think it was him, but they at least have to issue a warrant as a key witness in the case. And they never find Charles. They search and they look for him and they never find him. So they actually have to declare him missing or dead. So now there are several theories of what happened to Charles, who killed these people. There are several theories out there, but they never solved the case. This is an unsolved case that never got solved. As I said, that Charles was declared dead in 1975 by a judge. So his estate and everything all went to probate and was sold. So one theory is, now I mentioned that Charles was a semiologist. Now one theory is that he had connections because of that with the CIA agents, and he knew a lot of them. So one theory is that Rogers, Charles Rogers had, yes, Kiwi, can I help you? Beep. Let's see if we can get him to say beep. Beep. He usually says it. He's getting really good at saying beep, beep, beep. I don't think he's going to say it for you guys. Beep, 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 beep. No, he's not going to say it. He's not going to talk. He's going to be stubborn. No. Okay, so it was said that Fred abused Charles his whole life and even into adulthood. So it said that Charles planned these murders for quite some time. So he planned on this, okay? So it's said that he killed his parents because of the years of abuse that he suffered from his dad. Said that Fred was a devious con artist, and he did it for years, and Charles knew that, and he didn't agree with it, and that's another reason why he did it. So what they believe is that he planned this for years, and then he did it, and then he took and escaped to Mexico with help and aid from his friends with the CIA. Now, it's believed that later Charles was killed in Honduras, where he eventually ended up at from a dispute over wages at a mining company there. This theory was brought about by Hugh and Martha Gardiner. I think I'm saying that right. Because they are forensic accountants, and they continue to investigate and go over the evidence in this case. And I'm not sure, it doesn't really say how they come up with this theory. I guess they got some other information, which I really couldn't find that. But that is one of the theories, and they are who come up with that. Another theory is, and this was actually portrayed in a book in 1992, The Man on the Grassy Knoll. Now this is going to be interesting for you guys. So this book was written by John R. Craig and Phillips R. Rogers. Sorry, I'm trying to keep Kiwi from chewing on things. And according to his work, Rogers was a CIA agent who likely impersonated Lee Harvey Oswald. So he changed his name and lived in Mexico as Lee Harvey Oswald for a while in Mexico City. No. Now, along with Charles Harrison, okay, which is one of the shooters involved in the assassination of President Kennedy. No. Okay, so there was another guy involved, and his name, was Chancey Holt. And they were nicknamed the three tramps in this book. Now, these three tramps was later arrested by Dealey Plaza after the assassination. So you remember the story of the assassination, the Lee Harvey Oswald. Okay. No. So in this account, Rogers fled, and he changed his name. And there was a picture that was released of the three killers in the assassination of the president, okay? So how this theory came about was, it was said that several people seen this picture and said the one looked like Charles Rogers, because, you know, they were looking for him. So his picture was put out there and everything. And later, some of his family, Charles's and Fred and Edwina's family, actually came forward and said that the one man in the picture of the three tramps, you know, Lee Harvey Oswald and the other two, that it was said that they said that Lee Harvey Oswald actually was Charles. And they said that that was him. They looked at the picture and that was him. So that's the other theory as to what happened to Charles. That he went to Mexico and Mexico City, changed his name, and started living as Lee Harvey Oswald, and that he was the one that assassinated President Kennedy. This is another popular case that has caught media attention. You know, it's been on podcast. There's been several books that has been written on this case. One case being, the James Elroy American Tabloid. It's been in that. It's been in the Cold 6000. This is another unsolved popular case that has caught the attention of people over the years. So let me know how you enjoyed it. Give me your comments, your theories down below the video. And I will, as like last week, I will be posting pictures of this at the end of the video so that you guys can take a look at some of the photos that I found online. I don't know. I don't know on this one, where did Charles go? Was it Charles? Did he kill his parents? Or was it somebody else and they just never found Charles's body, So this is another one of those that wasn't solved. And I picked this one because it did happen on Father's Day, and Father's Day is coming up Sunday. So I'm going to try to, as time goes on, pick stories that kind of coincide with different holidays and different things to kind of just keep it around the season. So just let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in a week. And remember to hit that subscribe and like button. I'll be seeing you. You guys be safe. Bye-bye.